Hello guys, it's Deathscyther here doing another Beyblade ranking video. This time we're ranking every Deathscyther. So, yeah. Deathscyther is one of the smaller lines of bays that I'll be ranking. There's only 4 bays. This is the smallest I'm going for dedicated ranking videos, but this is an interesting line because I feel like it's one that builds on itself very well, which might spoil the list, kind of, but at the same time, I want to kind of explain why I think this, and also just, talk about each one a little bit, and yeah. So I guess we'll just get started with number 4, my least favorite Deathscyther, and that is Deathscyther, the original Deathscyther Oval XL. So basically, the parts here I think are okay. XL I feel like is a little bit boring for this, but I feel like they could have done something new here. Oval, it's fine. It works for Deathscyther. I don't have a problem with that. And then, the layer itself looks pretty nice. I do like the Deathscyther layer. But I just feel like every other Deathscyther has a much more pronounced layer with its scythes. And I feel like that's just kind of cool. This one looks cool, but I just feel like the other ones are just much more pronounced. And that's kind of why I like the other ones more. The scythes, they look way better on future Deathscythers, and that's kind of why this is in last place. Yeah, it's a decent bay, but again, the other ones just have more to them. Alright, number 3, Dark Deathscyther. Layer here looks great. I really like the scythe designs on this thing. You got them right here with the opaque plastic, then you get the clear plastic on the other side with the scythe designs going, which is really cool. I like how that works, but Force Jaggy, kind of a similar thing. I feel like Force is okay, but they could have probably made a new disc here, and then Jaggy, I don't have a problem with. It's fine enough. So yeah, parts are fine, but the layer looks really good here. And this is kind of why I like Deathscyther, Dark Deathscyther more, is just because, again, there's more to it. Like, they really went in on this layer design, which is why it's a pretty cool dual layer design. They really exaggerated them a lot here, which I kind of didn't expect them to go this far in with, but they did. And again, you have some decent parts here. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's still a cool bay. But then we, advance further here with number 2, Killer Deathscyther. This is where I think Deathscyther just went crazy and has some really great design elements. So again, with the parts, 2 Vortex Hunter, I think 2 is, a fine choice. Vortex is okay. Would have liked to see something new here, but at the same time, I kind of would have liked... Oh, wait. I already just said that. What am I saying? Okay, yeah. I would like something new, but yeah. This is okay, though. It's fine. I don't mind Vortex, but yeah. Hunter, I think, works well, though, so that's cool. The layer design's interesting, because, so one thing I didn't mention is with the competitive use, which I don't really go into competitive stuff that much, but Deathscyther and Dark Deathscyther were both top tier for stamina, because they were very round. They decided to change that here and actually make this an attack type like it should be. By doing this, they made the layer much more, or I guess the scythe rather, much more pronounced on one side. And this is more like a kind of, I guess, almost like a flame effect or something on this side, I guess, kind of. And then the scythe is over here, so it's meant to be much different. It's not as round. It's asymmetrical, that's what I'm trying to get at here. So by doing this, yes, they made a bay that was technically worse, because it doesn't have that stamina use, and the attack use wasn't that crazy. But for the design, I think it just works really well, and Deathscyther should have never been a stamina type layer. It just happened that way with how competitive stuff worked out, but yeah, I mean, this actually feels like an attack type, which is nice. I think they did a great job with the design here. I like the god chip. I like the colors, actually. That's one thing I want to mention here, is I really like this kind of like blue that they use here. It's like a very, very light, like kind of almost like a grayish blue, which I think works very well. Also, you got the face design kind of embedded in there, which is cool. Again, kind of got this like clear flame thing going on, and you got this big scythe, which is really cool. I really like the scythe mold a lot here. You got this extra piece down here for its God ability, which kind of just moves back and forth, which isn't the craziest thing, but hey, it's cool. I like the blue one here. It's pretty neat as well. This page just looks great. Again, part choices are fine, but the layer really just steals the show here. I'm a big fan of it. And number one is, of course, going to be Hollow Deathscyther. So again, every beta to me just improved, which is very rare. I feel like there aren't many lines where I feel like it's every evolution is better. There's usually at least something that I think was worse. You know, I rarely ever have them ranked in this way, but I think it makes sense here. So for part choices, I actually do have some complaints, though. I think that 12 acts, no, they should not use. They just should not have used core discs here in sparking. That was just a bad move. But I mean, if they're going to, I guess 12 is like sensible. It sucks, but like looking at Deathscyther, it makes sense. Axe, I guess, sure, especially with Vortex existing on Killer, it makes sense to go with something like Axe. Even though it was very random to get one extra new frame out of nowhere, but whatever. High Excel Dash is okay. I don't mind it, but maybe like High Hunter Dash, High Jaggy Dash would have been cool, but yeah, High Excel Dash, sure. I guess. Also, fun fact, this thing has a very long name. The full name of this bait is Hollow Deathscyther 12 Axe High Excel Dash 4 Attack. Just wanted to mention that because I find this kind of funny, but this bait is a very long name. I don't know why I just wanted to mention that, but yeah, part choices here are kind of whatever, but they're decent enough. And this layer, though, just, I mean, it's no comparison with the other Deathscythers. It's just so much better. I mean, they got the 4 attack chassis, which is pretty cool. You could orient it either way. One way will kind of be more balanced, and then the other way is much more unbalanced, and this thing doesn't want to stay. There we go, it's close enough. So, anyway. That's cool, though. I like that, you know, the whole thing about, you know, kind of, because, I mean, we already had, like, the whole unbalanced thing kind of going with, like, even the original Deathscyther with, you know, one side being a little bit more filled in on the other, you had oval, you know, they really played into that here, which I kind of like, and, this thing really does jump, which is funny, but, yeah, they went all in with that, which is cool. So yeah, you have one side heavier than the other again, change the balance, it's pretty neat. Aside from that, though, you have the sparking chip, which I think this Deathscyther design looks great. The chip core, good color for it to match with the ring. And also, the chip actually lines up with the ring very well. You can see this detail here, and kind of extends down to here. But this is part of the chip, actually, this bottom one. This is not. So they did a really good job connecting it, which I really like a lot, actually. And the hollow ring itself, you have kind of that similar, like, flame-ish effect. It's almost like a spirit effect or something. I don't even know what to call it, but it looks really cool. And they went all in with that here. It looks great. There's also some metal underneath on this side to kind of help the counterbalance, because this side has even more metal with a giant scythe that they actually painted black. So it's black metal for the scythe, and the scythe just looks so good. This bait just looks great. Even though I do have some problems with the parts, and you could argue that some other base should be above it on this list, but at the same time, they still are okay enough. And this layer just is incredible, so I have to give Hollow Deathscyther the #1 spot. It just looks too good to not put there. But yeah, I think that's everything for the Deathscyther ranking video. I know it wasn't the most interesting one, just because I mean, they're ranked literally from oldest to newest, you know. But at the same time, hopefully some explanations at least helped to support why I think that. So, yeah, that's everything for this video. So, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.